get in there and grab him with a Seismic toss if we can. There we go. Around the world and almost dead. How about a little tail whip? Lowered your defense all right. Throw him in the ring and slam him down. The crowd loves her. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Pokken Tournament for the Nintendo Wii U and arcades. A new game that takes the world of Pokemon and blends it with the fast-paced fighting of Tekken. Here's the intro cutscene where you can see a bit of what's in store. Now, I've had the chance to try it out, and I had to stop myself from playing too much so I could actually start this series, which is always a good sign for a new game. There's one little thing I'm not a huge fan of, and you'll understand in just a second. Luckily, there's an easy solution to it. So, to start things off, we're going to jump right in and show a few of the 16 characters playable at launch. Then for part 2, we'll begin the Ferrum League, the main story mode of Pokken, where you unlock new characters, stages, support Pokemon, and gear. So here's a quick tip that might help you out before we get into things. There's actually a hidden mode in the game. Local battles are locked in at 30 FPS because one player has to use the gamepad so they get their own perspective. But if you want a competitive setup and you're fighting locally, you need to have 2 players, each with their own Wii U and copy of the game, but you can automatically unlock every character and support Pokemon to use in 60 FPS versus battles just by holding L, R, and down on the D-pad while pressing start on the title screen. Alright, Machamp is looking a little different in this game. He doesn't have a Mega Evolution yet, so to give him a special burst mode, they had to make him heat up a little bit. And Mewtwo's also looking a little bit different. This is Shadow Mewtwo, the main villain of the game, one of the 2 unlockable characters. And you have to play through the story mode to get Mewtwo and Shadow Mewtwo, but if you buy the physical version of the game, it does come with a Shadow Mewtwo amiibo card if you want to unlock him early. But that's only the earlier print copies of the game. I don't think they're going to include it forever. Alright, and with that big DBZ punch, let's begin Pokken Tournament. Alright, so it's time to meet most people's new favorite Pokemon character of all time. Here she is.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Nia. I'm one of the battle trainers here in Ferrum. I battle alongside my trusty partner, Weavile. Have you ever seen a Pokemon this cute? I doubt it.
So a lot of people are mixed on Nia.
Oh, he's just sleeping over there. Don't mind him.
And we're going to leave her on for the first episode, but you guys let me know in the comments. If you love Nia, maybe we'll keep her on, but if you don't, definitely let me know, and I'll make a decision for the next episode.
You must be the interesting new trainer I heard about who's about to join us. How about I show you around and stuff?
She's not too bad on the menus, but she'll talk a lot during the battles, and you can turn that down, though, in the options, or off completely, or we could switch the language to Japanese for her so she's not as intrusive. But I'll leave that decision up to you guys. But for now, we'll let her give us the intro.
Right then. First things first. Welcome to the Ferrum Battle. Here in Ferrum, you'll need to work as one with your partner Pokemon and face off in some intense one-on-one battles. After you finish your trainer registration, you'll be given something called a Battle AR. It has a Synergy Stone built into it that allows you to synergize with your Pokemon in battle.
That's how we do our special Mega Evolutions and stuff.
But hey, we'll get into the details later. You've got a whole bunch of new experiences awaiting you here. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what sort of trainer you turn out to be.
That's okay, we'll be alright on our own.
I'll give you whatever assistance I can, so just try to have some fun out there.
Don't trouble yourself, Nia.
Right then, let's get you registered.
Okay. So yeah, Nia is a big sticking point for a lot of people, but like I mentioned, you can turn her off completely if you don't want to listen to her, so it's not too bad. There is a character later.
Show me what you can do.
That has an even more weird line delivery. I don't think the writing is that bad, it's just the voice acting is not to my taste, but to each their own. I'll let you guys decide, like I said. So this is the avatar creator. We're gonna be a little guy here, and not too many options to start off, but you unlock a ton of stuff as you play, and you'll be able to buy different pieces of gear and clothing and stuff like that with your Poke Gold that you'll earn. We don't want to look like Brock necessarily, but Brock is cool. I'm going to try to make my own little guy. And The eyebrow, like, I thought this was green eyes or blue eye, but it actually makes your eyebrows that color. So I'm going to go with the more kind of hazily eyes. And pretty basic for now, but we'll change him around. Okay, so the 16 playable Pokemon, we have not unlocked Mewtwo or Shadow Mewtwo yet, but to start off, we have 6 standard Pokemon. These are the all-around battlers, including Pikachu, Lucario, Blaziken, Suicune, one of the only 4-legged battlers in a fighting game, Braixen, and then Mewtwo is standard as well. We have 4 power characters, Charizard, Machamp, Garchomp, and if you can believe it, Chandelure. And then we have 3 speed characters, including Weavile, Sceptile, and Pikachu Libre, the Luchador Chew. And then last but not least, Technique. These are more skill-based and tricksy characters like Gengar, Gardevoir, and Shadow Mewtwo. I'm just going to grab Pikachu, but I want to leave this up to you guys too. What Pokemon should we use in the Ferrum League? You can change this later on, but we're going to pick one of these and try to go through the league with this Pokemon as our partner. So Pikachu for now, but you guys, if you want to leave comments, it'll help me out, and I'll go with the one that's most popular for you. Okay, Nia's going to talk a little bit more, and then we'll get into battles, I promise. Here we go.
Ferrum region, where we are now. It's a huge island surrounded by nothing but the ocean itself. Ferrum battles are super popular here, if you hadn't already guessed. The types of battles differ a bit from city to city, so I'll just give you the short and sweet version.
Yes, short and sweet.
To start off, right now we're here in Old Ferrum Town.
That's where you can turn her dialogue down if you want. I feel like I'm being too harsh on Nia, but you guys will see once we get into battle.
It's also known as My Town, and here you can check your battle data and change your settings, stuff like that. Don't worry, whenever we head to a new area, I'll give you the rundown. I've got your back.
That's okay.
Next up is right here, Ferrum Stadium. This is where the Ferrum League is held.
That's the story mode.
This is a single-player mode where you battle your way to victory in the official league. Next up is Tellertown, I suppose. Here you can join in casual matches against CPU opponents.
I don't even think she knows.
When you want to battle against your friends, you should head over to Selen Island. There, you can battle using the gamepad and one additional controller. And then there's Neos City, where you can battle against online players from around the globe. Oh, right, I forgot one other important place. In Tekna City, you can learn all sorts of stuff about battles and practice a bit too. I'll give you all there.
Should give us a nice
Guess I
walkthrough.
went on a bit longer than planned, but that should be just about everything.
Just a little bit. Okay, so
Feel free to start off wherever you want, but I think you might be best off heading to Tekna City to play through the tutorial and learn the basics of Ferrum battles.
Now, if you are playing this yourself, I definitely recommend that.
Beautiful weather. Yet another perfect day to battle.
Okay, Nia. So, going to the tutorial, this game has a lot of systems to it. I will explain them to you guys as we play. That's a little faster for video purposes and entertainment, but if you're going to play along, definitely do the tutorial.
CPU trainers here. Unlike normal battles, you can change the settings and enjoy a different take than usual. I'd recommend this mode when you just want to kick back and enjoy yourself.
You can still earn stuff in this mode, though, so it is good to play. Alright, so we'll go with the basic battle. She's not talking anymore. She knows. So there's a special mode that's like an extra battle where you can have different little item boxes, almost like a Mario Kart or something, but we're just going to go with the basic battle for now. Alright, let's do it. Normal difficulty, 2 rounds, 80 seconds, synergy, and skill levels on. So skill levels are the way you'll level up your Pokemon as you play, and I'll talk a little bit about those. You don't use it in online mode, but you can see the different little attributes, attack, defense, all that is level 1. Everybody's level 1, but you can level all the way up to 100. Let's start with good old classic Pikachu versus Lucario, the box battle.
Being a support set is always a tough choice, isn't it?
She says that a lot, you guys will see. So support Pokemon are ones that you build up a little bit of a meter, and you can call them in to help you out in battle. I think all of these are pretty solid support sets. I like to choose ones like Frogadier with a fast charging time, and then between rounds you'll get a little bit of a boost, so you'll get the other one a little easier. We'll give our CPU opponent another set so you guys can see that as well. And also, there's cheer skills, where Nia will cheer you on. This one's pretty good. This is the default one, and it'll help out by getting your support gauges build up between rounds. So basically, if you do bad, she'll help you out a little bit. Let's pick a stage here. There's lots of good stages. We'll go to Ferrum Stadium a lot during the tournaments that we'll participate in. So I want to kind of start out. I really like the tutorial stage, the training gym. This is Pikachu Libre's gym. So we'll head here first. All right. So to start off, this is a bit of a unique fighting game. There's a field mode and a duel mode. Duel mode is basically what most fighting games are like. That's when you fight almost two-dimensional, one-on-one, but field mode is what you start out in. It's more running around, shooting projectiles, and trying to knock people into that duel mode. So we're going to start here with our Frogadier. We'll remember to have fun. Don't worry, Nia. So here we go. Now, Pikachu, we can run around. We have projectiles we can shoot out. We can jump in with homing attacks with X. Projectiles are the Y button. And the special Pokemon moves, as they're called, are with the A button, typically. The R button will shield. If Lucario lets me land, he's knocking me into field mode. The R button shields, and the L button activates your support. We're going to nuzzle up on this doggy. Come here, buddy. And try to get into a combo. There we go. And we got our support. We'll tap L to send out Frogadier. This is a good way to kind of take your opponent off guard. Maybe grab him. Give him a little shock. There we go. And if we get a good hit in here, we should be able to get this. Or I'm going to activate burst mode. We don't necessarily need to because Lucario is almost done. You hold R and L to activate this. This is basically like the Mega Evolution, which Pikachu doesn't have. It's a souped up special mode where you can do more damage. There we go. We won round one. Now we'll next time we get that burst mode activated, I'll show you guys that there's a special attack you can do if you tap R and L as well. All right. So because Nia helped me out there, I have Eevee automatically. So he's gonna give me a boost if I don't get punched first. Uh-oh, we got Mega Lucario to deal with. But we can counter. There we go. So there's a triangle attack system in this game that you'll have to learn if you want to do well. There's grabs, counters, and normal attacks, as well as shielding. Now, if you want to defend against someone who's really aggressive with attacks, you hold X and A, like so, to do a counter. You can also tap it if you do it quick enough. Just do a quick counter. If you hold or grab Y and B, that's how you do the grab, and then you'll throw them down. That is a way to counter someone who shields a lot or uses counters, and then just the normal attacks that you have with your other buttons are the way that you want to combat against grabs. So basically, yeah, grabs are good against counters and shielding. Normal attacks are good against grabs, and counters are good against normal attacks. So it's almost like a rock, paper, scissors system. Pikachu won, so he's happy. All right, we'll switch Pokemon, have another match here. It wasn't too bad. I got a good offense score despite talking a lot to you guys and not focusing as much on the match as I could have. We're going to get a little bit of experience every time we play, and we can use that to level up our Pokemon. We're going to change to somebody else, though, and that's how you give those little skill points to your different guys. I think Charizard would be a good one to jump in with as well, and maybe against Weavile, so you guys can see a power and a speed type Pokemon. There's a lot of variation between these guys. Some of them are really focused on spacing, some of them are going in for grabs like Machamp. There's a lot of variation. Let's head to the dojo. A lot of typical fighting game, style archetypes in play. Now Charizard, from what I've heard, there's some early tier lists out there on who's the best, and Charizard was ranked up there along with Chandelure, Weavile, and Shadow Mewtwo, and some others. But most of the fighters, I think, Pikachu, Lucario, Blaziken, most of them are really good. So you can't really go wrong with most of the characters in here. It feels pretty well balanced. Let's start with Snivy, so that next time we can have our Lapras built up in the next round. So Charizard's pretty cool. He's got some good ranged attacks for this mode. If you tap your Y button, he can do some flamethrowers and stuff. He does have a pretty powerful fire punch, and if you get in close, you can use his seismic toss. But I gotta be able to get that going. He does have a different grab as well that'll kind of throw him up and just breathe fire all over him. But I like to get in close and use that seismic toss. If you hold X, we're gonna use Snivy real quick. If you hold X, you can enter fly mode with him and do some different moves like There we go. A Flare Blitz was that one, I believe. There's a couple others you can do as well. He's just very powerful, and he has got a good range of attacks, range attacks. Like I mentioned, he's got a lot of different fire abilities that can keep your opponents away. So despite him being kind of a bruiser, he's pretty good at keeping his distance as well, if that's how you want to play. All right, I'll try to get a Seismic Toss this time, because that's kind of like Charizard's bread and butter. And we're going to put him into a phase shift, and let me see if I can get in here and get him with a... Oh, nope, he's going into his burst mode, so I got to be a little careful. This one you got to be extra cautious, because burst mode is basically Mega Evolution, even if they don't have one yet. And I'm going to try to go in with some flying and hit him with... Oh, nope, he messed it up with his little ice ability. Let's get in there and grab him with a Seismic Toss if we can. There we go. Around the world and almost dead. How about a little tail whip? Lowered your defense all right, and got him. All right. So yeah, Charizard, like a lot of the different Pokemon, you can kind of change your stance a little bit. There's quite a few that have some different modes that activate other attacks. So he's got like Dragon Claw, Wing Attack, and Flare Blitz if you try to initiate with an X move and kind of glide in. He's surprisingly speedy for a power type. We're going to change Pokemon again here. I want to give you guys just, you know, a taste test of all the Pokemon that are in here, and we'll focus on them as we go if you want to see more of anything. Now, Sceptile is another speed type like Weavile, and maybe we'll fight Gengar, a tricky technical. There we go. Sceptile's a little strange to play. I'm not exactly used to him yet, but he has some really cool moves that I'll show you guys. He can steal health pretty easily, same with Gengar. Let's go to maybe Teller Town, since that's technically where we are on the map. It's a nice peaceful place where you can see a trainer doing the typical Pokemon game thing of riding around on a bike to hatch eggs with a Pokemon that can, there it is, with Flame Body, or I think, yeah. Let's see. So Gengar, and here's us. Sceptile looking cool. So he's got so many different weird little moves that he can throw out, like Leech Seed and Bullet Seed and all the seeds. He can even like kind of hang back and use Growth to power up and stuff like that. We just got to be careful. I'm gonna try to jump up and put my Bullet Seeds down. Maybe throw a few of these Leech Seeds down on the ground. He messed me up there. I'm gonna have to back up here if I wanna get him. Ooh, jeez. There we go. Swinging in. Get him with some hits. Enter phase shift. So there are critical hits in this game, just like in normal Pokemon. And there's a counter. There you go. I think one of the, if you want kind of basic strategy in this game and you don't want to worry about it too much, it feels like you can almost always counter really well, and unless they go in for a grab, it's pretty safe to hold X and A to get that counter going. I like to do grabs, but at the same time, they feel a little riskier, so be careful with those. Let's see if we can jump up and jump with B and get a... Ooh, Gengar's gonna knock me around a little bit before I can do what I want. Gengar, leave me alone, buddy. I want to throw some Leech Seeds down and maybe lure him in. We've got our Emolga here that we can use. There we go. And then next round we should Mega Evolve because we haven't done that yet with this guy. Oh, he's stealing my life. He KO'd me. I had him so close. I should have been more aggressive instead of trying to throw out specific moves. Sceptile's mad. I'm sorry, buddy. I failed you. We boosted our support gauge by losing even more, so we have our pick of the litter. You don't have to use the one that she recommends. Fennekin's pretty good at interrupting stuff if you're close enough, and then you can get in there and... Oop, a little too far. Give me a grab. So yeah, countering works really well. It just seems like it's so much tougher to grab than it is to counter. As soon as we get our burst, we need to really get our crazy Mega Evolution going on to combat Mega Gengar. If you hold R, the shield button, when you jump, you can do this little vine hang, which is pretty fun. And he's got a few moves like that where you can kind of get out of the way. Oh, let's be careful! I did not block that. And he's going to get my dreams. He's going to eat my dreams and everything. That crazy laugh. Gengar's pretty fun to play as well. Tricky, technical character. If we can hit our burst when he's not blocking, there we go. We just tap L and R again. This is his big finisher. We're not going to finish him, though. We'll wrap him up and send him back to Mother Nature. All right. Maybe a couple more hits here while our meter is still going. It's pretty good to use your burst ability when you know they're going to use theirs, so you can kind of counteract that. Oh, Gengar's got his big punch going on, and he got me in a grab. Is this going to be it for Sceptile? Possibly. Maybe we'll counter him. He's only got 1 HP. We just need to get him, and oh no, he grabbed me. Sceptile, I'm sorry, buddy. I failed you. We were a Mega. That was a very close match, but at least you get to see Sceptile's cool little animation when he loses. He looks like he's meditating on that battle. Not too bad of a rating despite not doing so hot. All right, let's do one more fight before we finish up. Make sure if you have a recommendation on what Pokemon you want to see the most for the story mode, leave that in the comments, please. Let's finish up with, this was the first Pokemon I ever played in this game, Pikachu Libre. She's pretty cool. It's actually a more unique fighter than normal Pikachu than I was expecting. I thought it was just going to be kind of a clone. There are some shared moves between the two, but Pikachu Libre has some of the more, not obscure, but like Discharge, Spark, Electro Web, some of the moves you wouldn't expect Pikachu to have, whereas normal Pikachu has Thunder, Thunderbolt, Volt Tackle, all that stuff. All right, so Pikachu Libre is more of a grappler character. She's pretty quick though, so you can get in for those grabs, and she's a total ham. You'll see some of these moves here. There's a Wobbuffet, a Lady Wobbuffet hanging on balloons. I love all the little details. This is basically Shibuya Crossing here. Let's use some double team, get in there for some quick attacks, and if we jump, I believe we can jump off the wall here. Yep. Oh, I didn't do that right, I don't think, but if you jump up when you're near the wall, you can do a cool little jump next to the arena side. See if we can get in and get some of these going. There we go. I'm gonna grab you. First I'll use my buddy Frogadier here to set you up. Get a good jump, dive, and almost got our burst. I want to show you guys the special finisher of Pikachu Libre because it's really good. She does have some really good throws though. Suplex, lots of cool stuff. All right, let's get in there. Phase shift, and we're gonna finish up with a little slam. All right, almost perfect there. We lost a little bit of life. I think this might be the fighter for me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like Pikachu Libre. One thing I'm sad about is that we did not get Hawlucha. I was expecting Hawlucha. It's a more popular Pokemon. It's in the show, and it seems like it would be perfect for this game. There's still a chance Hawlucha could be added. If you noticed on the character select screen, there are 4 slots that are missing that could easily be filled in with Pokemon. And the Tekken executive producer is actually really good with DLC. He doesn't like to charge for it, so I feel like we might get some free characters here soon. Let's go into our burst mode and maybe even use Eevee to soup us up. See if we can get a... Oh, we gotta be careful here. I need an opening. Let's get in close and try to activate this. Oh no, we're too far away. Look out. How about Pikachu Libre's finisher? Throw him in the ring and slam him down. The crowd loves her. Flying press. All right. A little bit more. We got to look out for Mega Garchomp, though. You get a little bit of a boost here, too, with your stuff for some of the moves with Pikachu Libre, which I like. Get some status boosts. Oh, no. Snivy. Don't do that, buddy. We need to get a slam here to finish. Pikachu Libre style. You can't guard for too long or you'll be in trouble. There we go. So yeah, I'm predicting if they do add more fighters, Greninja seems like a shoo-in. The only Smash fighter other than Jigglypuff that's not currently in Pokken. And then I'd love to see Hawlucha. I don't know, what do you guys think? Maybe Heracross? There's a lot of Pokemon they could add. There's like over 700 now, and there's only a handful in the game, so there's plenty of potential. We leveled our skill up so you guys can see this. We can allocate it to any of these 4 little things, and attack's pretty good. You'll take your opponents down a lot quicker. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. I hope you're excited for this new series. I'm having fun with the game already, and I've just scratched the surface. Next time, we'll head to the Ferrum League and start story mode. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.